Okay, as you can see, it's a tight fit in the engine compartment also. A brief description of what you're seeing here. This is the, of course, the head with the 4 spark plugs, the wires leading over here to the magneto. These are the primer cups. You pour just a little bit of fuel in here, then release it, and it goes directly into the cylinder to prime the cylinders. Remember, this engine has to be hand cranked, so it's a fairly difficult thing to start. And you can imagine what it would be like in France when you're out in the middle of the battlefield and the engine stops. There is a provision to hand crank the engine through the transmission in the fighting compartment, but if you think that starting it back here is difficult, starting it inside the tank is far more difficult. So I can only imagine how they managed to do it. This is the auxiliary fuel tank. This is not the main fuel tank. The main fuel tank is actually in front of the radiator, which holds about 25 or 30 gallons. This tank is a reservoir, so if the tank is in a vertical or semi-vertical position, it'll still have gravity feed here from this fuel tank. Over on this side, this is the carburetor. This is the governor. This is a tray right here for a water can, which we do not have yet, but we're working on that. And of course, you can see the intricate radiator that's in it. It consists of like 1,200 brass tubes. This is the original radiator too. Everything you're seeing in here is original. This is the original engine, the original carburetor, magneto, etc., etc. It's just an incredible thing that we've been able to source and find all the parts for this extremely rare vehicle. Okay, we're going to demonstrate starting it and do a brief drive with it now. Okay, this is where we store the hand crank because it's the only place we found that the hand crank would go, so it seems like the logical thing here. By the way, this is the original hand crank. It was with the tank when we got it. Another thing that we're very lucky to have. Okay, since I'm the narrator and not the hand cranker, we're going to have Sean hand crank it. Give you a little explanation of what he's doing. As you can see, show him here. You have to push it in to engage a dog clutch to crank it, and it is quite stiff and difficult to crank. The engine has recently been rebuilt and it's still quite hard to turn over. So while I choke the engine, and I'm going to turn the mag switch on. Okay, the mag switch is on. I'm going to choke it, and John is going to... Okay, here we go. Ready? brief demonstration of the FT. We're actually getting ready to load it onto a truck to take it over to the Museum of the American GI for our World War I exhibit that we're going to have going on through 2019. There's going to be some other opportunities that we're going to run the tank during World War I reenactments coming up in next year. So stay tuned, and I hope you'll look at our other videos. Thanks for watching.